Thank you. That our old church was Ambassadors for Christ turned Cornerstone. So Teresa Dillard and Wanda Tapp and my name is Sherry Lucille. We're the remnant of that other church, and we want to thank God for his faithfulness and living out his promise to us, too, through this ministry.
So they're still a part of this church. Mm-hmm. And so about 20 years ago, God gave me a vision that we were going to be a cross-cultural church. Pastor Kevin lived across the street. He was a graduate student. Came across, like one of our first, we had like 3 white people. He said, oh, we're diverse. God had a different plan. He said, no, you're going to become diverse. So now we're only about 65, maybe 60% black, about 40% white. So the chairman of our board, our worship minister, our deacons, we've experienced a lot of diversity in our ministry. So on Sundays, people here from all walks of life, economically diverse, people that have advanced degrees, people that are struggling to get through high school, single moms, retired moms. This has become a real melting pot. This has become a place of family for people.
Now you mention the curiosity seekers, the ones who can't believe their ears, that they've heard from other people who've been around, who come in and sit and look and leave in amazement.
Pastor, you touch on that melting pot for a second. As a black man, as a black pastor, how do you manage multiculturals,
I got to tell you, man, Peter struggled with it. The disciples struggle with it. It's not an easy thing to do, but if you love people and respect people, that helps a lot. I knew who called me, and so I fought the temptation to become someone I wasn't. Now, when God told me that this church is going to be diverse, I said to the Lord, now you know white people don't follow black leadership. I honestly said that. And God never backed up what God said. So I look at the people God's given me. Support. One of my buddies is coming in town to support me. He's from Korea. He's in New York. So we got people, who come here, who are struggling to speak English because they're Spanish speakers. We're about to draw the nations, man. I want to see more Africans here. When people think of multicultural ministries, they think of white folks like Broad Parsley, who I respect, who has a cross-cultural church. You don't see a whole lot of black pastors with lots of diversity. They may have interracial couples, but my associate pastor, the chairman of my board, my music director,
the working people,
the working folks, people in the pews, young folks. There's a young boy. I'm a godfather to a young white couple's son. Their youngest son is named after me. His name is Xander. They named him after me. We got black people with white godchildren. So we're family. We eat together. We cry together. We watch each other's kids. We have built this ministry together. This is what heaven's going to be like. It's not going to be all black, all white, all Latino. It's a mixture. So we're practicing for heaven, man. And all I do is just stay the course, whatever it is, whether it's diversity or preaching. I just learned that when God says to do something, God never backs off of it. And for God to tell me almost 35 years ago, we're going to be on a hill in the city to see it, and I stand here and I can see the belt line as I talk to you. I'm looking at the belt line, and they're looking at me. I realize whatever God says, God backs it up.
All right.
Right, Mom?
Amen. He will do it.
And the older folks taught me to believe God. Yeah. They taught me, hear from God, follow God. Yeah. They taught me, don't let somebody else spoon feed you. You know God for yourself. Exactly. So as a 14, 15-year-old, I was fasting, reading my Bible, asking God to speak to my heart. I would go to the altar and say, I can't hear God's voice. I can't hear God's voice. They said, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. God's going to speak to you. Now, man, I hear God's voice so clearly.
Wow. So, Pastor, speak about this weekend, the kickoff of FOL.
Sure, we're doing a big kickoff. The teens are going to be in charge on Friday. I won't even be here. So the teens are going to be here. My friend Roberto Rivera, who came out of this ministry, young Nicaraguan brother, lives in Chicago, is going to be coming here ministering to our kids. Saturday night, we're having a choir from Mount Zion Church. Pastor Harold Rayford, who is a Dove-nominated saxophonist, is going to be here. He's a pastor in Sun Prairie. Our choir is going to be here, and a community choir.
And then Sunday?
Then on Sunday, we're going to have the building dedication. That'll be 10 o'clock Sunday morning.
Will you be doing
a lot of our older people will be here. Jerome Nelson, our superintendent, is going to be speaking. And the county executive is going to be here. Fitchburg mayor is going to be here. It's going to be exciting.
You inviting people out? Those in Chicago, Madison?
Please come. And we're going to be webcasting too. So check us out on Facebook on Fountain of Life Family Worship Center on Facebook, or www.folmadison.org. FOL for Fountain of Life, folmadison.org, and you can get a link to the live stream.